One of the things I notice is that in the ad it always looks so good and you like break the chicken apart and the steam comes out and it's meaty. So here I'll do the break apart test, right? Let's see, like, so no steam came out. It looks okay. In front of me, there is some fried chicken. Galing sa ating mga paboritong fried chicken brands dito sa Pilipinas. So we have KFC, we have some McDo, we have some Jollibee. And I'm gonna try each of these and then give you the Chris Urbano, unbiased foreigner viewpoint kung sino yung supreme chicken option dito sa Pilipinas, you know, through the eyes of a foreigner. And I'll be really interested to see if you guys agree or disagree. Now, the other thing I should say is that no money is being changed hands here. And actually, ako naman na bumili ng mga chicken dito. So I own this chicken. They didn't give me this chicken for free. All right, so we might just go left to right. So it's not in any particular order, but I think we'll start with the KFC. And I probably have a soft spot for KFC because, so in Australia, right, Jollibee doesn't really exist until just recently. There's now some Jollibees there in like Melbourne. And McDonald's don't really do fried chicken. So if you want fried chicken in Australia, KFC was like the original. So when I was a kid growing up, if I had like fried chicken junk foods, it was usually KFC. So I got their gravy here. So I'm gonna open this. And of course their tagline is it's finger licking good. So we'll see later if I'm licking my fingers after eating it, if it's like that set up for me. And I have two pieces. So one of these is a hot and spicy, I think. Smells quite like chickeny, which is good. The gravy is, I would say, a pale, barely brown color. Looks a bit sad. I might just try this first. I would say the gravy tastes like it has zero meat content. This tastes almost entirely to be like artificial, some stock powder, some cornstarch, water, maybe a bit of pepper. Very bland, extremely bland actually. So what I'll do, I'll try the chicken first. Tastes like chicken, obviously. It doesn't taste as good as I remember it tasting when I was a kid. That's all I can say, right? Like, parang yung nostalgia of eating fried chicken when you're a kid, it's just like, it's the best. I think as I get older, I'm like, it's actually just a little bland. The crispies are good. Like, I don't feel disappointed at all. I don't think the gravy adds anything. I probably would prefer not to have the gravy, actually. And I'll try their next one. This one's meant to be the more crunchy, hot and spicy flavor. So this one definitely has a bit more flavor to it. Actually kind of like the taste. I would probably finish this. Feels quite meaty as well. I should say it's nearly lunchtime, so I'm actually hungry right now. And this is tasting maybe better because I'm hungry. So that was the hot, crispy. Firstly, I couldn't taste any spice whatsoever, like not really hot chili. There was one that was a bit more crispy. Overall, it's quite meaty, which is good. And I think the gravy was a 3 out of 10. My trick when I have any fast food in the Philippines, if I'm having the chicken, I actually mix some of the tomato sauce with the gravy just to give it some kick, because I just find it so bland on its own. Now, I'll start again with the gravy because I want to just like taste that sans the chicken to say who's also got the best gravy out of the 3. So the McDonald's gravy looks a little bit more brown in color, which is good. Probably tastes slightly more meaty, to be fair, but I wouldn't say it tastes like a real beef stock is in this. But I would say it's definitely a lot more flavorsome than the KFC gravy. So far I would say McDo on the gravy. Here's my piece of chicken. I'm sure if you got the ad from McDonald's, it would look a lot more appetizing than this. This kind of looks like it's been sitting under the hot lights for a while. It feels definitely drier than the KFC. Because one of the things I notice is that in the ad, it always looks so good and you like break the chicken apart and the steam comes out and it's meaty and this huge piece. And honestly, when you buy it in the store, it's never as good. So here, I'll do the break apart test, right? Let's see, like, so no steam came out. It looks okay, but there we go. That's a pretty meaty piece. Very dried out, but. So KFC definitely better on that first bite. It improves with the gravy, but yung concern ko na this whole piece here looks like just dark meat and half my chicken looks pretty disappointing. And there's an aftertaste that I don't really like there. It tastes like a bit of flavor enhancer, but I would say overall the breading is really, really bland on the McDo. So it's like, it's quite crispy. Like I'll try this little thing of breading. Like I would say it's crispier than the KFC, and it seems to have like held on to its crispiness, but I don't know if that's just because it's more dried out. Breading wise, like the texture I guess might be better, or the crunch might be better, but the overall flavor, it's very bland. Definitely I like the gravy better. That's probably the one place I can say that one is the winner. But if I had to like eat one of these and finish one of these right now, I would choose the KFC. Hey Urbano, what about the Jollibee? Because we're all Filipinos and that's the best chicken in the world. That's the kaligayahan ng manok. That's the winner. So let's get on to it. Now I've eaten all 3 of these these at various times before, but I've never had them side by side to be able to make an accurate comparison, right? Firstly, I'll just show visually. So that's what KFC looked like. That is what the McDo looked like. And this is what, here it is, the Jollibee Chicken Joy looks like. The kaligayahan ng manok. So this one visually looks very appealing. I like the color of it. I think it looks more totoo. I would say the McDo kind of looks like impossible to recreate at home, whereas this, the breading doesn't look totally manufactured. So I'll do the gravy test first. Visually, the gravy, I would say, definitely looks the best of the three. It's quite thick and rich, and the color is the most brown. The others look very pale, so I like it about the same as the McDo. I wouldn't say it's better or worse, it's slightly different. I think the McDo has slightly got a bit more punch to it, but I think the Jollibee's got a few spices that the McDo one is lacking. So I would say mas malasa yung McDo, pero mas parang better yung flavor, if that makes sense. All right, so here we go. So I'll do the break apart test maybe, like in the ad. Wow. And what do I get? My crumbing kind of fell off. It's a pretty gnarly piece as well. It looks like a good piece to try though. Quite a lot of bone. So I would say I find it somewhere in between these two, right? The chicken meat definitely tastes better. It still actually looks like chicken, right? And maybe I just got a bad serve of McDo because it's really dried out or something, but this looks like chicken, tastes like chicken. And the exterior has held its crunch, whereas the KFC really, it's gone quite soft malambot. I would say the overall combination of chicken plus gravy is the best with the Jollibee. So I think if you're going to make a decision on which is the best, I think there's like three criteria you got to consider. It's how good is the actual chicken, as in the chicken meat, how well it's cooked. The second would be the exterior, yung crunch factor, tsaka yung lasa ng breading. And the third, I think, would be the quality of the gravy. So I think what I would do is, if I break it up that way, I would say probably on the chicken itself, favorito ko would be the KFC, second Jollibee, third McDo. And these two are probably, let's say, 8 out of 10 on chicken taste. And I would say the McDo is like a 5. In terms of lasa ng breading, best yung Chicken Joy, then KFC, and then McDo. In terms of crunch ng breading, like yung gano ka crunchy siya, probably McDo 1, Jollibee 2, and KFC 3. So how do I like make that into like a blended score? I would probably say that overall favorite breading ko is this, so I would probably give Jollibee like an 8 for the breading. I would probably give McDo 7 for the breading because it was more crunchy, but the taste wasn't really as good. And then KFC would probably get like a 6 or 7 because it's really gone quite soggy now, but I thought the flavor is okay. And then we get to the gravy category, and I would say now, so gravy, Jollibee for me was probably the winner. McDo was probably second for the gravy, and KFC was actually really, really disappointing. Where does that leave us if I have to give an overall rating of anong pinaka-favorite ko? So it's definitely not McDo. It's probably, I could take KFC or I could take Jollibee. I think I would probably lean to KFC if you're gonna say you could only have one for the rest of your life. Because I think ultimately for me what I'm looking for is the chicken, and I felt like the chicken quality was probably best with KFC. I think with Jollibee it was just behind on chicken quality, but I think was superior to KFC on the breading and the gravy. And frankly, if I was to go to McDonald's, I would not order chicken there. I would go to McDonald's for the burgers or something totally different. That's the definitive foreigner review or Foreignoy reviews, Chris Urbano take on the 3 leading types of chicken dito sa Pilipinas. I assume the pricing's all quite similar, diba? So if they're all around the same price, then those would be my recommendations. The McDo is like half the price of the others, maybe you could consider it, but I think if you're just like dollar, peso for peso, dollar for dollar, Chicken Joy or KFC's fried chicken would be the pick. So there it is, mga kabano. This is Chris Urbano's definitive guide to fried chicken in the Philippines. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Please leave a comment below kung aling chicken yung pinakagusto mo out of the 3 brands. I'd love to see the debate on those criteria. Like, what do you think has the most flavorsome chicken or gravy or breading, or is there another reason that you like these different brands? And of course, don't forget that you can subscribe to the channel. You can like and share this video. I hope you will. Tell our cabanos about it and help them make more informed chicken decisions. And remember, you can go to our Facebook page. We're doing a lot of competitions and contests over there, so of course you can check those out. We're bringing you food and fun from the Philippines. As always, I'm Chris Urbano. Bye now.